was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Julio Jones. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a first down. And he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up Tyler Higbee. He's excited about his opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Last year, 41 catches, a career high.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. And Myers able to knock it through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Now what's the call here? So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 29, Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Derrick Henry trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown there to make the grab. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Ficken, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This is DJ Reed returning. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Carson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Running from the gun with Henry. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. Looking end zone for Jones. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. For the point after, Sam Ficken. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Titans 27, Seahawks 3.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Here's Reed. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. On third down, Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now it's Henry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. This complete to Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go. 80.
They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Here's Reed returning. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down now, it's Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A give to Henry. Fighting him off. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Bobby Wagner, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. His throw incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's caught. Lockett. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 49 yards. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Henry again on 2nd down. 1st down and much more for Henry. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 23-yard line. 161 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. A throw complete to Dorsett. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
5 yards remain on second down.
Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. On 1st and 10, Tannehill looking in zone for Jones. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team thought they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything went wrong in game 1. They took care of business with it in game 2.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that might be Titan football. It is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now Tannehill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Wilson. Flushed out right. It's complete to Lockett. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.